I'm going to show you how to read documentation. So here's my advanced photo editor. I have a function to increase the red in the image. I'll go to the curriculum, and the second hint says get the red, green, and blue values with the getImageData method. I'll go ahead and click that link. And here's documentation for how to use this method. At the top is a description of the method. If I scroll down, I can see an example of how to use the method. So go ahead and copy paste this. Put in my function. The first part says CTX, which represents the Canvas context. In my code, it's called context. So I'll change this to context. The next thing I'll notice are the 4 parameters, SX, SY, SW, and SH. So go back to documentation to read about them. I'll scroll down to parameters, and it says SX, the x-axis coordinate of the top left corner of the rectangle. SY, the y-axis coordinate of the top left corner. SW, the width of the rectangle. SH, the height of the rectangle. So I'll go back to my code. And in my case, I want the entire rectangle. So for the top left corner, I'll say 0, 0. For the width, I'll get the entire canvas width by saying canvas.width. For the height, I'll say canvas.height. Now I'll go back to the documentation. I'll scroll down to return value to see what this method returns. It returns an image data object. So in my code, I'll say this to a variable. So in front of this, I'll say let image data. I'll have it equal this whole thing. Now I'll go back to documentation to read about image data. So go ahead and click this. If I scroll down, I can see that image data has something called data, which is a one-dimensional array containing the data in the RGBA order with integer values between 0 and 255. All right, I'll go ahead and click this. If I scroll down, I can see an example of getting the image data. In this example, it's looping through the image data 4 at a time. It's looping through 4 at a time because each pixel has 4 pieces of information. The first part is the red value. Second part is the green value. The third part is the blue value. And the fourth part is the alpha value. Alpha represents how transparent a pixel is. So I'm going to go ahead and copy paste this for loop. Put it beneath this. I'll close the for loop. I want to increase the red value. So I'll go back to the documentation, and I'll find where it's getting the red value. So go ahead and copy paste this. I'll put this in my loop. I want to increase it, so I'll say plus equals, and I'll make up a number. We'll just say 10. Finally, I need to put the image data back onto the canvas. Let's go back to the documentation. And at the bottom, I can see where it's doing that. So go ahead and copy paste this. I'll put this beneath my for loop. And once again, I'll change CTX to match my code. So I'll say context. And I want to put it at the top left corner of my canvas. So I'll change this 2020 to 0, 0. I'll click run. Click the plus sign. And I can see it's increasing the red of every pixel in my image.